Hello and welcome to the Kobold Cafe where we're playing Liminality in GURPS 4th edition. I'm Luke the GM and today we've got Jared.
Hey, I'm Jared. I'm playing Dai Timur, um, uh, a pretty well armored guy. Cool color scheme.
Cape. We've
Yep,
we've
with
got
magnets.
we've got Everoth.
Hello, I am Everett, and I am playing Hey You, your cargo operator for the freighty ship.
Just your blue collar worker. We've got Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Gina, gambler slash troublemaker.
Just naughty. We've got James.
Hi, I'm James. I play Alexi, and so far Alexi seems to be a pilot, greaser, and all-around scumbag.
Yeah, you wanna stay away from his face with your magnet cape. We've got Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara. I play the girl known as Silver. At least that's what she's called right now. We'll see how things go with that.
Yeah, it's probably going to be different by end of this session.
Probably.
And finally we've got Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I'm playing a guy who goes by the name of Rudy, and he seems like a pretty sketchy, but clean-cut type.
Yeah. I mean, he looks clean cut, but the deeper you investigate, the sketchier it gets.
Yes.
So, you are on a planet, Dutera, a colony planet originally, now its own independent place in the shit end of the galaxy. There's not much going on in its system. The planet can about grow crops, and that's all it's got going for it. You're currently in, or nearby, the only city on the place. Of course, you've all got amnesia. That's worth pointing out.
And there's this extra neutron,
This extra neutron.
deuterium.
Oh, maybe. But you were smuggling guns here, for whatever reason. You have now found out that these guns were for delivery to a group calling themselves the Jurymen. You managed to get in touch with them, pretty much by going to a casino and gambling for a bit. And then you got the location, drove out here, and someone has welcomed you. Pretty pleased you're here. A guy called Tice Jury. He's introduced
Pretty cool
himself.
coincidence with his name there.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? The little you've learned of this planet is that it's a fairly socialist farming cooperative. There is like a hospital and education, but for the most part, everyone is here to farm or just live off the land. There is a significant population that lives out of the city doing their own thing, and they can still receive medical care and stuff like that if they just come in. So it's not a terrible place. It's just the weather's cold, and there's not much in way of modern consumer goods available. But this guy seems to be planning something of a coup. He wants to instate himself as president of Dutera, and he knows Rudy, but he's calling him Villano. And I think that's about where we ended, right? You'd pulled up at this little place.
It was sort of inviting us to talk or drinks or something.
Yeah, we'll get some drinks going. Sounds like a good plan. Oh, who's this little girl? This weird.
That's Silver. Kind of a mascot.
Raises an eyebrow. Fair enough. You want an hot chocolate, miss? Some cocoa?
Nods.
Aye, sort her out, lads. And one of these will open the big gate. This is sort of the storage yard, shipping area of what looks like a former mine that has closed down many, many years ago, and now these guys are operating out of it. It is a lot warmer in this courtyard than the other areas. You can feel like the steam coming off the ground and what have you. And this place is fully powered. It's probably got its own miniature nuclear reactor inside somewhere.
Hey, look, real quick. I want to give this guy the once over, just a general feeling about him. Do you want me to roll for that, or do you just want to tell me?
Let
Stuff.
me have a look. I'm pretty sure I can just tell you some stuff. He's pretty charismatic, honestly, and he's attractive. He is also wearing armor right now. The guys around seem pretty, to attention, the soldiers. He's definitely in charge around here. But other than that, he's just been very friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, he's happy that you're all here. And I don't particularly need a roll. But he'll get
Did
some
we talk about food or money
in character.
in character? I don't remember.
Yes.
You're saying in character. Did we talk about money?
We did, yes.
I'm
Yes.
asking if we talked about money in character, but
I-
I got my answer.
Can you
so.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
we can hear you.
what
Luke was confused.
what did we talk about in money? What?
This
sorry.
was done as a favor, and then Rudy was like, we came all the way here. And he agreed to give us some money.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Sounds vague. And I've forgotten most of it. I'm just setting up a little table and stuff. Feel free to drag yourself over. He'll be coming out with drinks. You will have a fair chance to talk between yourselves. People looking around will spot that there's like a sniper on top of a big stack of old shipping containers. This guy is the one who initially waved you in when you drove up, and he seems to be guarding the main gate entrance to this area. And another couple dotted about on top of things with scoped rifles. But yeah, now's definitely a chance to have whispered conversations if you wanted them.
So, Villano, he said.
Rudy shrugs.
Actually, wait, no, I was going to redo Teamer's voice because there were issues with the voice I chose. And if Rudy shrugs, then that line is dropped.
Yeah. Probably an alias.
Does anybody else get the impression that they're known here, or just you?
No, he didn't. He recognized who I was, but not that we'd met. Apparently, Villano told him about me.
He also
Well,
asked to be introduced to all of you, I think, at end of last session.
Well, at least that's a connection to one of us.
Well, keep your eyes open. Just because this guy seems to trust me doesn't necessarily mean we should trust him.
I mean, given the kind of people we seem to be.
They have a lot of guns.
And we just brought him more. A lot more.
Only about 20 more
Good
guns,
too.
but you brought him a lot of ammo.
I mean, it seems like their odds are pretty good.
I don't know about you, but I do have a feeling that we should maybe not be here when whatever's gonna go down goes down.
Agreed.
Well, he did mention that there would be some lucrative opportunities during the turmoil that their little kerfuffle is going to cause. So we should consider that. Try and make the trip worth it.
He comes back
Maybe
out
if we're-
slowly. Sorry, go on. I'll let you finish.
I was just gonna, it's like as he's coming out, yeah, I think Alexi will like look over his shoulder a little bit and look back at the group and says, maybe we should have this kind of conversation somewhere a little more private.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Welcome back.
So, Tice, how was it you knew Villano? I'd love to hear the story.
Oh, we go way back, don't we, pal? He not told you anything?
I'll smile, wink, and take a drink.
I mean, he talks, but you can never really believe which stories are true or not.
Could I get an acting check from, I think just maybe fast talk as well, I'd accept, from Tima.
And Alexi's just keeping an eye on this guy, like watching the body language and stuff.
He's clearly armed. He's got two pretty fancy looking automatic pistols and holsters at his hips.
What TLs are most of their guns? I assume
Uh,
we brought them TL8 guns.
yeah, TL8. His look like they might be TL9, but these mostly seem to be good quality TL8 guns.
And the armor?
The
These
armor,
guys are wearing?
likewise TL8 stuff.
Okay.
Ballistic vests and leggings and helmets. The helmets don't seem to have proper visors in them, you don't think? No acting on Tima or fast talk.
You asked for just from Gina.
From Gina, I meant Tima. Sorry.
Sorry, I misheard him also.
My mouth sometimes doesn't make the right shapes, clearly.
Relevant for this because it's a reaction roll thing. Is Tice gay or bi or pan?
Yeah, he could be into it. You don't like them labels, but what happens happens. Well, yeah. It's an interesting story for sure. I'll not bore you with all the details, but it was back in Canaan, obviously. A couple of years ago. It was just after you'd legged it from your father. And he was not happy. He was looking for you. And we teamed up for a bit to take down old M. The old M, the whatever. Which number's your dad? The 15th. Aye.
Yeah, I just had to do my calculations.
But yeah, and that's when he, and then, oh, it were about 6 months ago. I got his message as I was passing through Canaan that you could deliver stuff, and so I passed across, and what were it, 3 weeks ago? Yeah, I got your message. And yeah, sounds all prime and good. I'm into it. And I still think they've got it here, by the way. I mean, that's the real goal.
Why here? It's cold and dreary, and the only people that are around are a bunch of redneck farmers.
Big war kicked off right after they found it. A Cavus, you know? I mean, I'm sure CEOs, board members jizzed the pants when they came across it. But then the war kicked off, farmers had a little revolution, and it's just been sitting in a vault under the Capitol for 200 years now.
What the hell are you talking about? What is it?
He frowns at you.
The thing we came for?
The thing you
Yeah,
came
no one will tell me anything. What is it?
to help me get. The regolith, the glyph, the real shit.
See, it takes this guy to tell me the truth. Acting there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna take it, and then we're gonna go wherever it leads. Aye, aye. Eli looks at you questioningly. It's a question, aye, aye, not a statement.
I'm still a maybe.
Rolls his eyes. Pfft, well,
I mean, how do you know you're going to be able to come back?
this is a good point. It's going to be risky for sure, but we need to get a good look at whatever it is they've got, because the farmers don't give a fuck. They do not care about it at all. I don't even think they know that they've got it, honestly. Just whenever they had the revolution, it was not on the mines. It got put somewhere. No one's noticed for a couple of decades. But it's definitely here.
So this isn't all just a coup for power for you?
Well, you know, once again, it's nice to have your name on deeds to a planet.
So it's not just a coup for power.
It's the start of real power.
May as well kill two birds with one stone.
I don't necessarily want to rule this place, but I do like the fact that they can make a lot of food. And if I can maybe get a railgun built down here, get them shooting supplies up, that would not be a bad thing. And it's a starting point, like we discussed. Nods at Rudy.
So what's your timeline?
Soon, very soon, now that we've got the ammo. We've been running very low. Militia's running even lower though. They've not been producing bullets on this planet for over 50 years now. It would take them weeks to get the factories up and running, and I know for a fact their reserves are light. Most of those guys on street have not got a full magazine on them. Maybe between every 10 that you see.
They definitely didn't look like they were looking for any. Yeah, you're right.
Star's in a bit of a state at the minute. We've had a few flares this year. My nerd guy tells me that we're due for a big one. Might knock out even, a few of their satellites. Take down comms, get them relying on radio. We can jam them too. Pretty much. When we spot that coming, we might go for it.
That would be handy. It's a nice signal too.
Nod. Sorry, I was just reading
So-
Kuei Yu's message.
So what were you hoping that we would do?
Well,
I mean, other than
I'm gonna need help with looking at the thing, obviously. I don't know how big it is. I don't know if it can realistically be moved from where it is. But I do know that it's going to tell us where we can find another one. Or at least that's what Yeah, I need a name. Quick, someone give me a name. Chase. Yeah, that's what Chase was sure of before he died. Chase. And that's where you guys come in, now that you've got transport.
So I know it's kind of gauche, but I have to ask: when the last person died, how did they die?
Chase bit it from cancer. Pretty sad, honestly.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
It's alright. He were always a bit of a twat. Villano can attest to that. And he raises up his drink in like a toast. To the twat. And he knocks it back.
Milano will
Yeah.
raise his with him.
Same.
So yeah, remuneration. I can do your Canum dollar. I'm guessing that's good.
Yeah.
Is that still going to be in effect after the,
Oh yeah.
Canum's a different planet.
Yeah, Canum's that really busy border system that you came from. And Canum dollar, I don't think I even need a roll from anyone. It is the main currency that you use on a regular.
Okay, cool.
He slides across a little like flash drive looking thing with a tiny liquid crystal display on it. You can press a button and it'll light up and tell you how many credits are stored. He presses the
Who
button.
did?
20k, sound good? Should cover your fuel and them ammos and a pretty profit for yourselves, I think. And then with your other opportunities upcoming.
Will
Sounds
that get
very
us where
fair,
we're going?
thank you.
He slides it across to you, Villano. And what did Lee say?
Oh, Gina was asking if that'll get us where we're going. Towards the and the people that were working on the repairs.
Oh, yeah.
I
Well,
don't
I'd be able
understand the
to.
question.
Is that enough to get our ship fixed?
Did you have a...
Ah.
Oh, you would understand the question. Well, it wouldn't really be good here. You can get your ship fixed for very little cost. Scrap metal, essentially.
Cool.
Or at least you can get it back to space for scrap metal, essentially.
Really, all we need at the moment.
Some sand, some lubricant, an egg yolk, 4 cups of sugar.
Sorry for the distraction.
It's okay. Well, where you sleeping anyway? And why are you so early? And did you bring the reactor fuel as well? Let's go in order. Where are you sleeping?
At the landing pad, they have like a little bunk area.
That's shite. I'll give you an apartment in city. I own a whole block. It's pretty swish. I put a few of these guys up when they get leave.
Nice, thanks.
Well, question number 2. Why are you here so early? You weren't due for another month.
Nothing better to do, nowhere better to go.
Fair enough.
Kind of a massive shortcut too.
Ah, I see. And reactor fuel. Have you got it? Out of character answer is yes in space.
Okay.
Think to bring it.
Yeah, we haven't brought it yet. You know, wasn't quite as sensitive as the seeds.
Well, that's a nuisance. Oh,
What'd you call me?
Just get us our ship fixed, our shuttle pod fixed, and we'll get it for you.
Give me a roll, please. That's a pretty good roll. And that's a pretty bad contest check. Aye. Alright, fixed. The fuck happened?
Ice storm on the way down.
Oh,
Probably a
shit.
good thing we didn't have the reactor fuel.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. Alright. I've got lads that can help you with that. Yeah. I'll send some down to the...
Nope. Nope. Don't need your friends to help fix it. I just need some materials. I'll make you a list.
We'd love a weather report, though.
Aye. There's a few satellites. They're pretty old. The radar is shite on them, but we can get you the reports off them. There's some meteorologist nerds at the university in the city that publish reports. It's pretty good. You can track the whole planet just about.
Sounds great.
Also, why did you land at the airstrip? Oh, because of the ice storm. Right, yeah. Wouldn't have been good to land on the water like you'd said. Like we'd planned. Do you think you covered your backs with customs at least?
Yes.
Alright.
Honestly, they don't. They're kind of a joke.
He nods. That makes sense. They
They told us we couldn't leave until they'd gone through our stuff, and then told us no one was going to be watching until the morning.
Fair enough. Last visitors they had were us.
That would do it.
Well, I've got some preparations to be doing.
Well,
Still.
Try not to start all the fun before we can get back.
No, that's true. We use this frequency, and he scribbles it down on something, or just shows it here on his wrist computer. Radio. We've got a long-range antenna.
Great.
You can reach us on, I don't know, like X-size radios from in the city. You'll definitely have one on the shuttle that you can use to talk to them. And you might have a personal one that can reach the distance between the city and here. Alright, if I have me lads unload. Or are you doing that yourselves?
The guns?
Aye.
We'd love some help.
He nods.
They're yours now, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, let's get him into the car, though.
Boop, 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 boop. And they unload the ammo, and it takes a little while because I seem to recall that Hui Yu failed his freight handling role to move it onto there, so it takes longer to unpack. And they're like, "Who loaded this? Why is there just loose bullets in this bucket?" Completely unsorted. Terrible.
So, we may have brought some more cargo with us. Do you happen to know if there's any good markets around?
You're looking at it, honestly. What did you bring?
She sort of looks around and visibly sizes them up.
Scary
Exotic.
space spider.
There you go.
A scary space spider. What, like a Dutera?
They'll give the exact genus.
Like a Terra spider, yeah.
And you what? Where did you get this thing?
I mean, that's not the important bit.
It's not, no. I don't think I want it, honestly. Sounds like more trouble than it's worth.
I mean, it probably is, but for the right buyer, it's worth quite a lot. Any thoughts on anybody that might?
No one round here. But I could tell you a few places in Canaan, at Barnard's, and he'll list off a couple of other system names that you vaguely recognise when he mentions them. A few of you catch glimpses of various places as he lists off these systems.
So, so you have a dearth of rich assholes in this area?
Does that mean not many?
Yeah.
Aye. Essentially. There's not much, but me. I mean, I've been here, 3 years now?
And you don't need a dungeon with a deadly giant spider to feed the people who displease you to.
He kinda, his face goes completely blank for a second, and he's just like, what the fuck? But then he bursts into raucous laughter. And he says, no, definitely not at the price that you'd want to sell it for. Honestly, anything's too expensive for the hassle it'll be worth.
Worth a shot.
Is that on planet now? Or is that up on your ship?
It's up on the
That's
ship.
for us to know.
Oh, is it up on the ship, or did we bring it down?
No.
It's on planet.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's for us to know and give a sly look like only a 12-year-old can give.
You picked a good mascot, he laughs. He, rubs your hair, Silver. Very cute. You want some more cream and marshmallows on that cocoa? Boys!
Yes.
Wait, you did not give her enough cream and marshmallows. And someone comes over and up like, yes sir, yes sir. Here you go, young lady, ma'am. You's hungry? We've got some killer MREs that we found. Can't read writing on them, but they are spicy.
Spicy
Hello?
mellows.
Not the mallows.
Hello.
He's asking Restia if he was hungry.
Oh.
Gina is speechless.
Fair
Well,
enough.
not.
Doesn't really seem like the kind of food that you would be offering visitors. Guests, actually, is what he would use.
Hard times, desperate measures. Trust me, all going well. Within a month, things will be a lot different.
Within a
Steak,
month.
beef. Oh, Earth genus cows, man. Ancient breeds that are fucking delicious.
I'm in for that.
Aye, if you get yourself a spare couple of thousand D-coin, head into this steak restaurant in town and get yourself a big one.
Now you're talking.
Alright, fuck it. Yeah. And he chucks down a 10k worth of Dutera coin, which is, yeah, no, that's fine. Some walking around money for years on the planet. I realise you can't spend that 20k.
I mean,
Very
some
much
of it-
appreciated.
Seeing as I'm asking you to be here for a while, maybe.
Yeah, we can make that work. Thanks.
So when do you plan on doing the coup?
At the latest, middle of winter, 1 month from now. But I am open for a solar flare. Before then, we should spot it, and the charged particles will wreak havoc on their satellite infrastructure, which is ancient and shite. They'll lose all sorts of good shit that they used to, and that's when we'll make us moves. And in fact, if yous are planning on, doing something a bit sneaky like, I could point you in the direction of a few places that I would love for you to cause some trouble at right as I'm making my move. But you don't have to. Have a think about that. I've definitely got the muscle to do this.
Yeah, pass me. Maybe we can get a copy of the sort of the grand plan, so you can get a second set of eyes on it. Maybe we can offer some suggestions.
It would be awkward to break into the same house and get into a fight with each other.
What do you want? Diplomacy, fast talk?
I think I'd take diplomacy. Yeah.
Oh,
No, that's fine. That gives you a neutral reaction. So, Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. You're definitely right, both of yous. Well, I suppose it's all on boards in there, honestly. But the lowdown of it is that we're going to take the government buildings pretty quickly. I've got several men in the militia already, and they're working to make sure they're the only ones with any real ammo when it comes down to it. We know exactly who the wrong uns, the party poopers are, and we're going to get them got early. Take Madam President hostage, have her sign over power. If she refuses, straight up execute her. And then when we've got access to their armour and artillery, it's no problem. And I've got a team going straight for their militia infrastructure. The guys on the inside will let them in. Then it's all over, essentially. If they don't want to get turned into mince.
And what's your plan for everybody once this is done?
They can carry on as they were doing. As long as they keep paying the taxes. Yeah.
Seems reasonable. Go after the head and just, yeah.
Well, I got to be honest, this is a lot to think about. And I think we should get back to our ship and maybe discuss some things in private. But on our way back, I do need some material to fix the ship. I need about 8 square feet of medium carbon steel, a proper welding rig, and a couple of days.
We can sort you that out. And he gets his quartermaster on it. And yeah, you will be able to get that loaded into the truck as well. Or at least next to the truck for Hui to try and load into it. No complaints with the suggestion from Alexei?
I think he's hitting the nail on the head.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Alright. Alright. Do you want to come in and have a glance over any of this stuff?
Yeah. Does anybody have a camera?
Sure.
No.
Hey,
Oh wait, I don't need a camera.
She takes out her cell phone.
have you got eidetic memory?
Yeah.
I have a camera. I will take all the pictures.
Are you saying this in front of him?
No.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
take a look at the plans.
All right. And is anyone going to try and take any pictures of him?
No.
Good. And he'll see you off.
Excellent.
So let me just check this map again. I can't remember how far away I said it were. Like maybe 100 kilometers or so? Further?
But that sounds like a long distance.
Yeah, I thought it was shorter than that.
Maybe only 60 or so kilometers?
That sounds more about right.
Yeah, it must have only been 60. Koi.
But yeah, let's get back. Hopefully before customs.
Don't think I need a navigation or driving. No, the road's a bit
Okay.
slippery. Give me driving. Did we get the handling and SR of this thing?
They haven't been provided yet.
My bad.
Does not seem to matter though.
No, that's a great success. It's definitely not got a -6 handling, so you do a great job. Much smoother, and you get back in prime time, heading straight for the E-shuttle.
I think we're
Yeah,
still
might as
trying to
well.
meet customs, right?
No,
Well,
we've
why would
already
we
met.
want to go to them?
Yeah, we BS them.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've been.
We even sold them the actual seeds that were in the thing.
Yeah, someone came for the seeds.
Fantastic job. But I'm shutting up.
All right, so you'll get back. There's been nothing that you can see going on here, aside from the snowing occasionally. As in, no one's been in and been looking at your shit or out like that. Is what I
Yeah.
mean to say.
So I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want to figure out what the hell they were talking about that's buried underneath the Capitol building.
We got a
From
name for it.
from context, I would imagine it's some sort of elder artifact.
Everybody want to check your notes and see if you have anything on it?
Hey, Luke, do I have anything on it?
Oh shit, I think you do. Did Villano
I
keep
rolled
any
an
on it?
11.
Yeah, Villano did as well. Oh, Villano failed his roll though. Silver
Yeah.
rolled 11. PDFs. Silver. Only a success by 1. No. You do recite that you're familiar with certain things to do with animals and botany. Essentially, you managed to say things about
Okay.
plants and animals that the elders seeded onto planets, presumably garden planets like this one.
So just random spurt, a non sequitur that kids are best at.
Yeah, pretty much. You kind of like maybe it's something to do with if you say elders. Yeah, I don't know. Not so much. I failed there. Brain booch. Gina is researching.
But she only has access to the stuff we have on the ship, so.
And the planets network as well.
That would be handy.
Isn't it TL7?
Oh, it is TL7. I don't think they've got
Mhm.
much of a network. Yeah, no internet. So I can't remember what that terminal does. I think it might access some minor bulletins, like CFAX. I don't know if that were a thing in America. Internet precursor that you could access through your TV in the UK to do things like book holidays and other weird stuff.
It sounds like Gina's confident that she doesn't know what that thing is.
Yeah, you would definitely be rolling at a penalty to use it. And it probably won't come up with anything you wanted. That's a good roll, Alexi.
Alexi gets to work on fixing some holes.
Does some welding.
Yep.
Some good welds. Some good welds, Alexi.
Did they give him a
Well,
toolkit?
yeah, they gave him a welding rig. And there
Okay.
were already some tools on this shuttle as well, I think.
Yeah, Alexi's got multiple toolkits for like everything that he keeps around.
So how long is this going to actually take you?
I don't know. I couldn't imagine more than like 4 hours to put a few pieces of metal up.
To get it properly, because it's like pressurized and has to operate in space and stuff like that. Oh no, it were only the water. No, yeah, there's still certain things that need to be taken into account. So you think it's probably 8 hours of work total, but you've already accounted for like one of that, and you can get like maybe another 4 in today, maybe more.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. No, I think Alexi's gonna start working on that. I think before, like, just add a character. I think before we like get too deep into any plans, we need to be absolutely positive we have an escape route.
Well, that's your job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Get on
So
that.
yeah, that's what Alexi's working on.
Mm-hmm.
I think Villano is putting up, doing the sand table equivalent of like with random cups and shit that's around, setting up like the view of the town and going over the juryman's plan.
Mm. Have you got intelligence analysis? I don't think you
I
have.
doubt it.
I was looking at everyone earlier, and I don't think anyone's got it.
No.
Tactics, no. Strategy.
Tactics, yes.
We lose, buddy. We did. We lost Dutera.
Oh.
Not in voice in roll 20. Yeah, I don't have.
Sorry, I was
I don't have
I was
anything
away for a sec. I have an idea.
Child speaks up as Villano is looking at his weird little toy town made of cups. Roll me cartography, please, Villano. You set up a damn good map of that town. Like a little girl, you look and you're like, oh, it's the town, but it's made out of cups. But go ahead, Tara.
I was about to say,
Don't
I
think
bet
we'd
I
recognize
could.
the town. Sorry.
I bet you I could get into the Capitol building.
Ow.
She'll just smile and say, leave that to me.
This kid's a freak. You need to get rid of her as soon as possible.
Worst case scenario, she gets thrown in jail. And we can leave her here.
You're a child.
Yeah.
If we do something,
It's not
we're
going to be
not
anything
involving you with it.
unscrupulous.
He's old enough to be put to work.
In some cultures, yes. In fact, in this culture, pretty much, she'd be working hard on the farm every day for sure. Choring. Getting down to some choring. Any adoptive family.
I wasn't going to do any B and E or anything. Let me try. We'll do it in town.
I think we should just get out of here once our ship is fixed. We're in over our heads. We don't know who is who. All we know is that apparently we are supplying arms to someone planning a coup.
That's true.
Well, we got like a month to figure it out. It does sound like it could be some money.
Rudy, you also found out that apparently you were running away from your dad.
Or at least that's what I told this guy.
Yeah. You can't even trust yourself. Alexi's like inside the fuel tank at the minute, making cuts and hammering from the inside.
Well, I'm all for getting out of here before things go crazy, but I prefer not to leave empty-handed.
Yeah, what do you guys think about trying to steal this artifact before they do?
I guess this is when when Hay puts a message on the typing machine. Is it worth the risk?
I mean, it's worth finding out.
If it's Elder, it's worth the risk.
That guy's willing to do a whole coup to get it, it seems.
That's why I was
Six of
trying to
us.
get. You're going to try to get in.
6 of us against all of them without any knowledge.
We've got around a month. Feel like we can get plenty of intelligence in that time.
Yeah, my proposal is learn what we can, and then decide if we want to do something later.
He also mentioned a bunch of gold at the farmers cooperative that they're not using. That's just sitting in their basement.
Yeah, that's one of his prime targets for you. It's essentially, Fort Knox of this planet. And he would love for you to hit that place right as he makes his move on Parliament.
We're bad people.
I don't think we have to be binary about this.
I've got to admit, I am strangely comfortable with every one of these ideas.
I wouldn't
We
go
came
that
here
far.
to sell guns. To deliver guns to someone planning a violent coup, and now we're planning on stealing all the riches from this planet as that happens.
Well, they're not using them. It's not like we're bankrupting them. They have a bunch of gold left over from when this was a more important place, and it's just kind of sitting in storage. They don't have any use for it. We're relieving them of the burden of storing it and caring for it.
There's a difference between stealing from the rich and stealing from the needy.
Luke, has this planet seemed particularly well off?
No. No. Quite poor.
Right,
These
but
guys are
what option would they
the
have for that
rich?
gold?
Trade, if any ever came by, essentially.
The theoretical guys I'm talking about, yes, they're the rich.
Who are you? you had a moment, I think, when that guy were talking about executing people and
Yeah.
getting rid of people quick. Anything you'd type out as teamers bringing up that you're bad people?
He will type out, I do not feel comfortable killing. Just as he looks at the group a little bit distressed. But I'm up for getting the money.
You guys
Sorry,
make
the
way
credit.
sad.
Who said anything about killing?
The
I don't want to
man,
kill.
the man said about executing. I don't feel good towards this. I don't remember much. That's what he types.
People you deal arms to generally don't want them for not killing.
So it's
I
basically
mostly
just
would
him
like to
saying
get.
he's not comfortable killing people. That's all.
I want to see what the other side's like. We only have this at one angle. Come on, guys. Let's go to town and just hang about and do stuff. See what's up.
We're going to do that.
He did give you
absolutely.
a city centre apartments. He gave you keys to multiple apartments in the city centre, like right next to each other in the same block that he said he owns.
I think they just wanted to take a moment before we went and did a few weeks of debauchery to sort of get on the same page as to what we're doing. Right?
Inside the tank, you hear, yes! Good with anything.
I heard good noises that sounded like scrambling inside a tank noise. Cool.
So what I'm hearing is everybody keeps their eyes and ears open, pokes around, and in like a week or so we try to figure out what we can do, and no killing.
Yeah.
No killing or getting entangled with the law. Got to keep as low a profile as we can as the only off-worlders that these people have seen for a decade or three.
Why we'll give everybody a thumbs up.
Cool.
Alexi, give me a call when you're done. I'll be at a bar.
Yeah, let you know.
So were some people going to go straight in? Well, were you going to walk? Oh no, there's the bikes. I suppose you could take a bike.
There's also the car.
But I was just wondering how many other people would be upset with you for taking the car.
But we have access to the network, right?
Oh
Call
yeah,
a cab.
you've got your own radio network. Trivial. Don't even need a roll if one of you's got comms sensors.
I do now. Not sensors, but comms.
You like? I think that it's electronics operation, comms, electronics operation, sensors.
Yeah. I keep combining them because a lot of spaceships rules talk about comms/sensors.
That makes a lot of sense.
Gina will use the phone to call a cab.
Very
Do they have
doable.
cabs here? Oh, okay.
They do.
TL7?
Yeah, TL7. It's not a great service, but definitely like from where? You sure? Like, all right. It's best not be a prank.
Do they get no service at all at this airport?
Oh no, yeah, no. It is also a terrestrial airport, so occasionally someone will want picking up from you, but it's still pretty rare.
I feel like there's a bus service where the bus line like comes in at like 9 and waits until anybody shows up and then leaves at like 10.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that will happen because there's people that work here as well, 24/7. Like, it's not only the airport. You know, this place has got big communication towers and radar and radio equipment and stuff. So there's people operating that, and yeah, indeed, there'll be a bus that brings them. Probably arrives about 8:45 in the morning and sticks around, like you say, till 10.
Well, I'm gonna grab one of the keys
What are
to
you
the
doing with
apartments.
those keys?
I want a shower.
Oh, those keys. Cool. I thought you meant like keys to a bike or keys to the car or something.
No, keys to the apartment that were given to us.
Uh-huh.
Good
Okay.
idea.
Yeah.
I definitely need a nap too.
There will be a bus coming soon to take day shift workers home, in fact, given the time scale for the day.
Then I'll snag the other set of clothes that I brought or whatever luggage I might have and head over in that direction.
Same.
Taking the bus. Cool. You get lots of stares and looks.
Oh, well, you have to divvy up the local currency as well.
Mm-hmm. It's a trivial amount. In fact, you probably don't even need to pay a fare on this workers bus.
I just meant amongst us, if we're gonna spend a week, sort of.
Good call.
Among us. Among us. Sus. Very sussy. So,
Yeah, we'll go check out our apartments.
bus comes into town. Chugga chugga. It'll take a road or something. And you've got apartments. Really swanky apartments, as you can see. So it's 2 separate ones, I think? Yeah.
I immediately, whichever one I grab keys for, check for bugs.
Dear. That's
I
interesting.
don't count enough beds.
You do not find
Milano
any
claims
insects?
the biggest bed he finds.
Gimme search.
I don't find shit, probably.
Let's see. Yeah, no insects and no other kinds of bugs. Yeah, that you immediately searching for bugs is kind of a thing that you'd do. Yeah. All right, I'm happy with it. It's not terrible. You've seen better for sure, but it is sufficient.
Would you place a status on it?
0.
Alright.
Maybe negative 0.1. 0, but clearly used. There are indeed someone else's discarded clothes on the floor.
0 uncleaned.
Yeah. But the showers are good, and this hot water. And it's in a fairly central location. A few people nod at you. There's probably a guy in the hall downstairs, a little lobby area, who'd look up when you come in and then nod knowingly that you would have picked up on as having a gun. And while you laid in bed, you hear someone coming and going in the apartment over next to you.
I'm really tired. This will do for now. But we're going to have to do better.
Take a nap. Did anyone else come into town?
Is there anything to be done on the ship? Or to help with Lexio and repairs?
You and Tima could definitely assist on repairs, I think. Let me double check what your skills are.
I don't have any repairs, but I'm not sure if any of my other skills might help.
Crewman Spacer would do it.
Okay, Hui will stay back and help Alexei with whatever he can.
You might, by rolling bad though, you might be not helping out, potentially. It's possible.
That's when he yells at him and throws him out.
Roll it. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Let me see. Just crewman?
Crewman spacer, yeah.
Any bonuses?
No.
That would be a success by 1.
Oh yeah, yep. You are helpful. So +1 to that mechanic roll from earlier. It becomes a success by 4.
Yeah.
And then, Tima, what are you up to?
So it's just the 3 of us, right?
Just the 3 of you at the shuttle, yeah. I'll take
Okay,
that.
Timur will make conversation.
Mm.
So, what's our long-term plan?
Make money, don't die.
That's a short-term plan.
Sorry, I'm just dragging Gina about while she's trying to move.
He types make money, don't die on the long term.
Look, mate, I think we're running on about the same amount of information right now. So, I got to be honest, I haven't really thought past what the fuck we're doing here right now. So, I don't have a plan.
You knew how to smuggle weaponry. I knew all about the weaponry. We were coming here to give people weaponry to take over a planet. I'm a bit concerned about what that means about me.
Look, man, I don't know why, but I've got the feeling that the universe is such a big place and everybody's into so much goddamn shit that the best we can do is just make it our own goddamn selves and fuck these people.
And you?
He's gonna type. I good with making money. Was not aware of what the guns or whatever they would be used for. I don't know much more about me yet.
Alright.
And I'm not saying that I necessarily feel like these are bad people and I wish ill will to them. I just... What the fuck are we gonna do to stop this coup?
Not stop it, but not make it worse.
Way is gonna type. We're not soldiers. I think.
Timur will look at his armor.
Definitely not. Civilian armor.
I'm just not sure. The first thing we truly decide to do that we can remember should be a robbery.
Well, but that's not true, because the first thing that we decided to do was smuggle guns and become arms dealers, so...
That was already done. We just inherited that from ourselves.
Yes, but we did make the decision to go through with it, and that is the first decision that we made together. Just putting that out there.
I wish I had an NPC here to join in the conversation.
You could have an NPC here to join in the conversation anytime you want.
It'd be a bit weird.
It would change the conversation.
Someone pops up out a panel. Hello, I'm the ship's gnome. Couldn't help but overhear. By the way, I also have amnesia.
I'm clipping.
No, the The terror spider does not break out and say, "Well, chaps, I see it this way."
It does sound like you'd rather stop Mr. Jerry than help him if we actually did something of that scale.
I do like the idea of stealing that elder artifact thing. That's got to be worth a pretty penny.
He did also talk about it leading somewhere to something even better that he'd want transport for to get to. Almost sounds like he's looking for a frickin' treasure map. If anyone's got literature.
Do you want to roll?
Yeah. Yeah, actually. Failure by 3. But it is indeed a popular trope in literature that you'd come to treasure map. But I can't get you more specific than that he's looking for a treasure map, it sounds like.
I forget. Did Timur see Alexei with guns?
I'm not sure. Alexei, have you been seen with a gun?
Yeah, I think in the first, like, we all woke up and there was weird noises above us.
Right. He was holding a gun.
Mm-hmm. Pointed it at Hui.
Mm-hmm. Hui remembers that clearly.
Do you mind if I take a look at your gun? It looks like I'm pretty good with those.
Sure. And he pulls it out from, like, underneath his coat and hands it to you.
Is there anything special about it? Is it like factory model? Is it heavily customized? Is it not factory made?
I think it's probably more like hand machined because of, you know, his background. Other than that, it's really just it. Oh, it is very well made.
Fine or something?
Yeah, it's got fine, accurate, and a reflex sight on it.
And it's chambered in .40.
Yep.
12 round
millimeters.
magazine.
Yep.
What were you saying, sorry, Tima?
I just converted that to millimeters.
Yes, basically a 10mm pistol.
Sci-fi classic. It's
A nice
Stechkin.
weapon.
It's a Stechkin. It says Stechkin on the side.
Stechkin.
Yep, I'll write it down for you. Yeah, that's even better. I don't know. I don't know, Tima. You're getting angry at your keyboard on your wrist computer. What the hell? Oh no, you've got an iPad.
It's supposed to be the C with a couple things with the little V above it.
Oh,
like
I know.
Check.
I know the one you mean. Yeah. You found it, maybe. My eyes are too bad, and it's too far
When
away.
I paste it into a word, it changes the other C.
Bizarro. There you go. So,
That about covers the urgent stuff I was thinking of. Ooh, is there anything wrong with the electricals?
it could definitely do a look over. I'll give you the +1 to that from Spacer Boy being an assistant. So
Okay.
yeah, you get a look over, and it's not perfect. It could do a couple of things. So you get on that, and you get them sorted. Putting some more shrink tubing over frayed wires, cleaning some connections, stuff like that. And people back in town. A shower gets taken. You can make a shower last a very long time.
Especially when you're used to showering on a ship.
Well, I think this girl's only memory of bathing is yesterday in the sink.
Right, okay.
Or actually, that might have been technically this morning in the early hours.
Yep.
You will notice, Silver, that you've got some kind of plug socket in the back of your head. You didn't find it when you were bathing in that sink because you didn't really get your hair wet. But using all the shampoo and conditioner in this shower that were there, you were rubbing it in and you felt this weird little plug socket. It's got like a little rubber cover over it to stop it from getting water inside. But you popped it up and felt
Yes,
the
I got a
pins.
jack.
Yep. You got some kind of brain
Do I know
jack.
what it is? Awesome.
Yeah. You feel it and you're like, oh, I can plug into a computer.
Good to know. All right. I will go in after the shower, go into my bag, pick out something that would work well with the big foofy coat I have.
Mm-hmm.
Look cute, and then yell into the other room. I'm going out for a bit.
Not alone, you're not.
No response.
Roll
Just
3D.
hear the door start to close.
Roll for me,
The
please.
door's over here.
Liv. Silver.
Sure.
You can go out window if you want. Oh yeah, that child is fashionably dressed. In fact,
Hey, you're looking sharp.
I think you like tore up a couple of clothes that you were just like useless and made some new garments even.
Where are we going?
Parliament. I grab my case and start wandering out.
Just hold on a minute. He's like grabbing his jacket and getting his stuff.
Following up.
Look, you don't know the way the world is like I do, but a young, pretty girl your age should not be wandering around a strange planet alone.
It's starting to get a bit dark as well. It'll be like
Is it getting ready for like end shift? She's hoping for end of shift.
it's maybe like 6 p.m. There would probably be people leaving Parliament still. There's definitely people that work there late.
Oh. I was hoping to get there like when people were leaving, so maybe not leaving right now then.
No, you would have missed that. Like that would have been back when you caught the bus.
All right, good to know. She'll like look and go, fine, we'll do it tomorrow morning.
We can go somewhere. I'm just saying. Hold on.
I needed to be in front of Parliament when either people are coming or going.
We can go somewhere else and do something else.
Like what?
I don't know. There's gold at the farm exchange. Might not be a bad idea to check that place out. The casino would be an easy mark to make if we decide to stick it to the jurymen. So there's possibilities there as well. We're just
All right, let's go to the farm.
All right.
That'd still be open, right? The exchange.
Yeah, it's like a big bank, that place essentially. Yeah, yeah, that'd still be open for people to come and go.
Perfect. To the co-op, is it? The farm?
The,
I
it's
don't remember what
essentially
it's
the
called.
like state bank, but the
Okay.
location is like a central branch office. So it's kind of just the bank branch of the planet, and in a vault
Got it.
underneath it there is a bunch of gold apparently.
Oh, I know exactly what I'll do. I was given a little bit of money, right?
Yeah.
And I still have a little bit left for my coat.
Yep.
I can give you some more
Okay.
too. It's not a big deal.
Oh, I don't need a lot. I'm gonna be cute. Follow my lead.
Okay. he feels like he's humoring her.
Alright. How about a very quick break?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Alright, we will be right back in 5 minutes. We are back. So, group at large have found out, oh, that's a weird dick, isn't it? That they've supplied arms to a guy planning a coup so that he can get his hands on something that is in the vault for more than 200 years that was discovered on this planet by the original colonizers, the Akavas Corporation, and then forgotten about. This guy seems pretty violent. He's got this like whole little army underneath his command, and he's really excited about getting his hands on whatever this thing is that does indeed sound a bit like an elder artifact or precursor something. He's given you access to a couple of apartments in town. Silver's had herself a shower, and she is now heading out with Rudy, also known as Villano, to go to a bank, I believe, right?
Yes, but from
Yes.
the name, well, Volano at least thinks it's having something more to do with agriculture.
Got ya. Got ya. Anyone got? Either urban survival or navigation. Urban survival's not exactly right.
Yeah,
Well,
urban
Excuse me,
survival is
sir.
more like
Can you
being
tell me?
homeless.
You,
Can you
Streetwise?
tell me how to get to the blah 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 place?
he'll, like, blink at you, and then aye, head down this road. It's about a kilometre away that way.
Thank
In the
you.
big town square, can't miss it. Big building with the pillars.
Smile, wave. Thank you, and then grab Volano's hand and start dragging him down the street.
Okay. You walk for 10 or 15 minutes. And it's not even about a kilometre from where you, in fact, yeah, no, it's, I don't know where you were, but you find it, you get to it. It's a bank. There's not many people coming or going. You do see that there's a militiaman stood inside. You can see his back through the glass doors.
I'm sure they won't call me out on the sword. It's decorative. I'll open the door and gesture gallantly.
I will parade through.
The militia guy turns and looks at you both. It's
Smile,
it's
wave.
a marble foyer. It's pretty swish. It's quite nice. I thought nicer than any of the other buildings you've been in so far, which were like hastily made concrete prefab stuff. And there's, you know, heroa teller's desks. There's only one teller on at the minute, and there are no customers in the bank at present.
I'm staying quiet and taking it all in.
Alright. I'll take an observation if you've got it.
What kind of con man would I be if I didn't?
Nice.
It's very classic looking bank architecture. Nothing very special about it. There are security cameras that you can see, and there's a locked door with a keypad, but like a mechanical keypad to get behind the teller's desks. And there is another door like that next to where the guard is stood.
Walk up to the teller.
Hello, young lady. How can I help you today?
Hello, I was wondering if you provided safety deposit boxes.
We do have deposit boxes. There's a yearly fee for using those. And we can store items up to, and then she'll give you some sizes, probably up to like 3 by 6 by 2 feet is the most expensive one. She'll reach under a desk and
How
pull out
much for the small one?
only like not much, a nominal value per year. You can about afford a yearly deposit fee with the money you've got on you.
I will look at my companion and say, do you think that the small one would be big enough?
Rudy?
Yeah, let's do a small one, but I reserve the right to look at the larger size if the small one isn't big enough.
Okay, so is this for you, sir?
No, I'm just helping my niece here.
Okay, and are you both residents of Dutera?
No,
Oh,
but
Shake head.
okay, so there are additional taxation fees, and there's certain rules uh, in the instances of you not maintaining payment for the keeping of the goods. They may be taken and sold on. It's a fair contract that you need to sign, and I would need your guardian to sign on your behalf as well, young lady. Are you him? Are you he?
yes.
Okay, so I can arrange that paperwork for you today if you're wanting that.
Yeah, if you could give it to us, but could we see the deposit room first? I want to make sure.
Oh,
So I
right.
know if I need to go back and get more from my piggy bank.
She like laughs and smiles at you. Gives a sec.
Need a roll or anything for being adorable?
You can give me a roll if you'd rather do that than leave it to the reaction gods.
I mean, I think the reaction gods. Let's leave it to the reaction gods.
Okay, yeah. She smiles and says, "No, of course I could show you the room. Come right along with me over this way." And she'll step out from behind the teller's desk, come out from behind the bars that it's on, and lead you through the door at the side.
Oh, she probably didn't have to punch in a code to get out of the box, did she?
No, not that you could see.
Okay.
But you want to try and stare at the numbers as she does that.
Yes.
So she does attempt to shield it slightly, like protocol. But she doesn't do a perfect job. Maybe just perception? Or did you roll? No, you've only rolled observation once. I don't know if there is a check for...
I think this would be just perception vision.
Yeah, it gives a vision check.
I mean, it also might just be straight up observation. It sounds like what that is.
Could be. Maybe you should do it like technically. You should make a vision roll for each key entered at the range and size penalties for the finger, the keypad.
Yikes.
That's just a guess for ultimate pain. But a success.
I mean, even
a success by 6 is pretty good. You think you get it, and you've definitely seen those kind of keypads before in old places.
Oh, is it the kind with like the mechanical?
Yeah, 2 vertical rows.
Yeah.
C,
Yeah.
X, and so
Yeah.
the first button is cancelling, and then she enters some code and twists the lock. Leads you through into a corridor that is far less nice than the lobby. And then quickly, like almost directly opposite that door, it's almost like a little airlock. So she enters that code and opens that door, steps in, and opens another door immediately with a code again. Give me another vision check. It's like a tiny little corridor with 2 doors in it. It's not the same code. But you only miss like the first number or something.
Okay.
You got most of it. And then you're in another corridor, but opposite is the safety deposit room. You can see it's got a caged door that's kind of just slightly ajar at the moment, leading into it.
okay, and then do we see any like other doors that might be the safe or something?
Yeah, the corridor only goes in one direction from there. The front of the building is like to the south, and then to the north there are stairs leading down, and a sign that says vault.
What? I'll just like make conversation.
Mm-hmm.
What other, or I guess what administrative functions do all these offices and other rooms perform?
Or general accounting and things like that. And we also store quite a bit of the state reserve of precious metals and what have you.
What are your loan rates like?
Should hear a couple of some interesting noises from somewhere.
That wasn't me.
Okay. Yeah, should give you some loan rates. They're not great.
Probably not for somebody off-world. That's fair.
No, lots of taxes. And show you the safety deposit box room. Yeah, there are quite a few in there. You can tell which ones are filled, and it's not many.
And this is the vault.
I
was expecting something a little more vaulty.
No, this is the safety deposit box room. These are our largest lockers, and she shows you one that's like the size of a standard locker. This place is guarded 24 hours by the National Militia. We take up more.
Well, she'll make a big show of like while Volano talks to her, like measuring all of its different sizes against her hands, like doing that thing where she holds up 2 hands like in a circle and going like trying to fit it in her imaginary item into the box.
She'll pick
Giving
up on
Volano
that,
time to talk.
and she will like say, "We can offer rates for storage in the vault. There is space for very large items, but obviously those would be bespoke rates, and again, the non-payment of upkeep fees would result in us selling on those items."
I'm sure that that we're not from around here, and that that we arrived here on a spaceship. Those sorts of fees are not don't turn me off of the idea. Can we perhaps see the space?
Yes, I don't think it'll be a problem. Come on, right this way. And she leads you down the stairs.
Okay.
It's 2 flights that circle back on each other. And then in front of you there is, you know, the cage door style thing. And on the other side you can see a big classic round vault door swung open. In there are...
It's already sitting open.
Yeah, it's wide open on the other side of that cage door.
Are we below ground level right now?
Yes. Around 2 stories. There is a militia guy, sat on a chair up to a table outside the vault with his gun on a strap.
With his hard as the soil is in a climate like this, how do you guys excavate so well? Do all the buildings around here have basements?
I'm not sure. This was all excavated hundreds of years ago by a Cavus corporation.
Got it.
You're such a nerd. You always need to know about holes and stuff.
I'll trade a knowing look with the militiaman.
Yeah.
He's armed?
He is. He's got some kind of submachine gun. They all seem to be carrying a submachine gun and sidearm. And they all wear, like, what look like Kevlar helmets and vests. But that's about it. Maybe a bit of stab protection in the sleeves and legs.
Will we get let into the vault?
She won't lead you past the cage. She just kind of gestures to the open room. There's like you can see bars of gold in there on like little trolleys. There's a couple of interesting statues in there as well.
Anything particularly amazing worth taking other than, you know, the obvious in there that I can see?
There's quite nice artworks, it looks like. You can see framed paintings. And yeah, the statuary, it looks like it's ancient Earth stuff that were...
Ooh.
Yeah. Maybe it would decorate in some CEO's office at one point. But it is fairly bare, besides, like, this planet's
The gold on pallets?
paper money. Yeah, there's like
Okay.
1 pallet of gold bars.
Is there a freight elevator or something around? How would they get that to the surface? They're not going to lug them up the stairs.
You ask that out loud?
Yeah, but in maybe not so obvious a fashion. Like, oh my god, that's a lot of gold. How do you guys get that down here? Gold's heavy, isn't it?
There's a freight elevator just round the corner there. She gestures like past the cage. You can see there's a corridor leading off to the side.
That makes more sense.
And that leads upstairs to the back room behind the teller's desks. I assure you it's very safe, sir. We've never had a
It looks
single
like it.
incident at this bank. We never expect to. It's under 24-hour guard, like I said.
And I'm sure that there's an alarm system and seismic sensors and all of that.
Oh yes, it's got very advanced alarm systems, and there's 24-hour security cameras. She points at a few cameras that you can see in there.
Every last one of them I'll wave at as she points them.
Not all of them are you fully in frame at, but there's a couple that you can definitely like adjust and wave at. super smart plan, like going and waving at all the cameras in the place you might rob.
Means we'll have to steal the recordings as well as the knock them out. Okay. Well, this has been incredibly helpful. What do you say we go back and make plans to go up to the ship and measure your treasures?
She'll smile and nod.
Well, excellent. I expect we will always have the room, and she gives you to take away the sheet of the sizes of their safety deposit boxes, and I'll have to speak. You'll need to speak to a manager to negotiate rates for the vault, I'm afraid, though.
That's fine. When we return, we should have some more information as to what we would need exactly.
She nods and smiles, and she gives you a card as well.
Excellent. What are your business hours?
Probably 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Yeah. They'll be closing in like 30 minutes.
But so if I needed to access the vault outside of those hours, I would have to make independent arrangements.
Yes, they would normally want you to, like, they can make arrangements for things. We can make arrangements for things to be collected outside of office hours, but we'd prefer at least a week's notice for that. In an absolute emergency, depending on the item that you're storing with us and its value, we can definitely offer a service where you could get in touch with someone to recover it very quickly outside of office hours.
Excellent. You've been incredibly helpful. Thank you so much.
She smiles, gives the card over, waves. You can see her talking to the security officer as you're walking away.
I assume we get let off.
Yeah, I were already imagining that you'd walked back up the stairs during this last few sentences. And
Oh, okay.
Back in the lobby. And yeah.
Excellent. That was very informative.
Fast forward a couple of hours probably until Alexi's.
People wake up from their naps and other people are done working for the day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds good.
What about Silver and Villano, just as a general idea, what are you doing in the next couple of hours?
Eat.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Lots of fish
Find
available.
a restaurant, eat.
Nothing very good quality available. Alright. So it's sun's been down quite a while now. It's winter, so it sets early. Anyway. Alexei, you're done for the night. There's no point carrying on. You need more light. You need the sun. It's too dim in here, and your headlamp's not doing job.
Cool. Then, yeah, I guess,
But you have only got like 2 hours worth of work left, you think?
Okay. Well, then in that case, see if everybody who wants to head down to the city. I could use another round at the pub.
Perhaps check those apartments out first.
Drink
Yeah,
sounds good. Comes the message.
Cool.
Right, I'll get the car started.
Vroom, vroom. The others took the bus, but I didn't ask for any kind of roll to find the apartment. I don't think I need a roll to find the apartment. You just get there after 20 minutes. And You've not got keys though, because they've been taken.
Well, on the way, we'll give him a call. Hey, we're heading in for to the apartments. Anybody there to let us in?
Your radio's going off. Gina wakes you up.
Yeah, I'm here.
Great. See you in a minute.
Sure.
Solved.
Those other guys, I'm guessing, have got radios as well, right? You would have heard
Yeah.
that because you patched in on a public channel. You're probably still in the restaurant. You've finished eating.
Yeah,
You've just had
I don't think
dessert.
we'll be home in a little bit. We're finishing up dinner.
They bring the bill over. Uh, roll wealth at +1, please, Colin. If you're not wealthy,
I'm not.
then it's versus an 11 with the +1. So 3d6.
So 12.
No, it's versus a 10 base.
With the +1.
Oh,
Oh,
You've not quite got enough cash on you, Villano, you realise, looking at that bill.
can I
I was
chip
gonna say
in?
I'll hold out my hand to the little girl at the table. Like, all right, we're going Dutch.
Handle this by subdividing the total cost of an item and having individuals make a wealth roll for their part of the total bill.
I don't know what mine modifies down to, Luke, but here you go. Oof.
In this instance, from those tips that you had from the bar, you have got just enough to cover this meal. You chose maybe like the fanciest restaurant that you could by accident.
Yep. No, that would not be an accident.
Oh, fair enough. Then yeah, this is like, ooh, you are not leaving any tip. Like, none at all. You've got just enough money.
They wouldn't tip in this society.
If you say so.
That's so bourgeois. Capitalist.
I mean, I would never tip here, but I would give them something for their family.
Actually, as we will, before we actually just ditch out being shitty patrons, I will apologize and offer a little bit of music for the time.
Okay. Yeah, they'll let you play your violin. And you play it very well.
And I do it very well.
Cool.
Two birds, because if this is the most bourgeois restaurant in town.
Yeah, there is light applause when you finish a song. Other folks, you get to the apartment, you get let in, you get to see this one.
Oh wow, this is quite swank.
Wouldn't would there be like a market of some sorts?
You see several stores, a couple that are open, like a 7-Eleven type places.
I was looking for more like those night markets where they have like the grains, the whatever fresh things are gathering, something like that. More than a 7-Eleven.
They don't have, no, those are more like in the morning.
Yeah, the night market's in the red light district. Totally different vein of meat.
Then, as he sees the apartment, he's gonna get some sleep to go to one of those markets in the morning and just lay on.
All right.
Are there enough beds?
Alexi looks over at Gina. bar?
There might not be enough beds.
He'll take one of the
Totally.
couches.
Great. Let's go.
There's a place with like dog sled racing on the TV that I wanted to check out. You game?
Sure.
How about
Yeah.
you guys? Heading out. She yells through the wall.
I just got back. I'm taking a nap. That's my bed. God damn it.
Hui will join.
Cool. Was Gina able to get stuff like a map and yellow pages?
Yeah. There's stuff like that knocking around in the apartment already. Match.
Oh, you didn't hear what I
from...
said, but
Go on.
oh, I was just saying when he yelled, "That's my bed," she's just gonna go, "Not anymore." She rolls under the covers.
So I think we might need to pick up an inflatable mattress for that room. She gestures with her thumb. But that can wait till after drinking.
Everything can wait till after drinking. Let's go.
All right. Going to the bar with the
Sure.
dog sled racing.
She's looking for a place that has like off track bedding types of things going on.
Okay.
I figure like Hoth Planet, maybe like dog sled racing.
No, yeah, for sure. I like it. It's risky. It's like a Paris-Dakar dog sled racing.
Nice.
They follow him in an helicopter. They go like hundreds and hundreds of kilometers away from the city in a big loop around that huge sea lake thing. Sometimes get attacked by Dutera bears.
Terror bears.
Dutera bears.
Not as kid friendly as Care Bears.
No, they are not. The tear bears are not.
So while I would enjoy role playing a night out, I don't actually feel the need to go into detail if people don't want to.
Agreed.
I suspect this is a thing we're going to do frequently.
Yeah. I also agree.
I similarly concur.
Mm-hmm.
There is a night of drunken debauchery.
I am going to use that macro I was working on, though. Damn it.
So, give me streetwise as well, in addition to that. Yeah. You can definitely insert yourself in a bit of gambling.
Would we be coming back at the early hours of the morning?
Yeah, probably. But you still get an extra hour in bed on this planet.
Nice.
Well, when we're out that evening, would I be able to get information about local politics? You know, how people feel about the government, how people feel about the jurymen, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that is certainly something that can be attempted. What kind of role are you going for?
Sounds like carousing.
That'd do it if you've got it, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Success by 4.
Success by 4.
People don't like the jurymen. I can
People
tell you
don't
that
like the jurymen.
straight
Okay.
away. The way it's
Okay.
working is good. And it's been working good like this for years now.
And would it work better without the jurymen, or...
Yeah, if jurymen are just shit stirring at minute, they've taken up control of this old mine. People will tell you, they're hoarding guns. They want more power. Like some fucking idiots actually voted for him in last council elections. And
But overall, like, the juryman's coup thing is gonna hurt everybody.
that's the vibe you get. I'm guessing you're not
What-
straight up telling people they're planning on cooing people.
No, not that. But like, yeah, he's just collecting information and making an opinion. Damn it.
What do people seem to think about the current ruling class?
They're all right. They're just like everyone else, essentially. They think. The current president, air quotes, girl in charge, she's a bit young, but they all like her. She's grown up exactly like them, farming. A lot of these people are also like loggers and carpenters, builders.
How nice is the nicest hotel in town?
Status 1, probably.
We absolutely get rooms at that place.
Yep.
But Gina's also kind of disgusted.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's pretty good. You get like I saw a status 1 room yesterday. My sister-in-law bought the bridal suite at the hotel,
Nice.
and it was a status 1 bridal suite.
That's not a great bridal suite.
No, it's not. It weren't at all. It were interesting. We're getting off track.
But yeah, hopefully we can pull off an air mattress and a hotel room at the end of the night.
Oh yeah, easily. It seems like Gina does decent in her gambling. Um,
Mhm.
I'm not certain how that works.
I figure because money is kind of transient and made up anyways, that just means she does well and has some kind of a boon, but isn't able to actually spend on worthwhile things. She blows on other stuff.
So which did you go for? The first stake or the trivial stake?
Oh, it's always she attempts the first one, but if that one fails, she just falls back to the other one
Okay,
because
I
she didn't
see.
have enough to afford a real stake.
And it was a success by 4 on your wealth check,
Exactly.
and so you've won. Is that?
So she won some money, but money
Yeah.
doesn't matter. And then, but she also spends a lot of that money on that stuff that's listed.
Yes,
like on
this
a
hotel
nice
room
hotel or
immediately.
Exactly.
Yep.
And
I
just like
feel like-
tips and
I feel like with her, an easy way to do it would be, if she does well, it's like a +1. If she does particularly well, it's like a +2 for like the next day to the wealth.
That's
The,
yeah.
The next night, she's just gonna gamble it.
The macro does that pretty much, yeah.
it's basically designed so that she essentially breaks even unless she loses, and then she gradually starts building her way back up from the stuff she lost when she lost. Oh, I probably shouldn't have that hidden. Sorry.
It's all right. I thought you were still meaning to do it hidden.
There's no need to be sneaky about. Oh no, she gambles.
And yeah, if no one else is doing any more digging than what's already been done. Cool. Night will
Meet up
pass.
for
Nope, I
breakfast?
set an alarm
So there's a
for early
mechanic
morning.
in Action 2 that I might like to use depending on how people like it, and I can advance heisty stuff, give you certain information. If you make a general roll for planning versus an 8, but including all your complementary skills that you've been putting towards the planning.
I'm happy to speed up the logistics of the heist.
Same.
Okay, so we've had observation from Villano.
Assuming that we're robbing the bank.
That would assume you're robbing the bank. But
I mean, yeah, we were just digging.
yeah, for kind of looking at other stuff as well.
I think we're transitioning to people proposing various role types for general actions,
Yeah.
and then rolling it instead of role playing it.
The other thing I do want to mention, after the evening of carousing, Alexi is a little more inclined to not help the juryman. So Alexi would be leaning more towards stealing the
How about for now?
The doodad?
For now, we just straight up. It's the next morning. You all wake up. You're having breakfast in this big room in the side apartment.
If
Sounds
we're
good.
if we're coming back in the early morning, could I hit the market, get maybe some supplies?
You wouldn't be staying out that late.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
I don't think, anyway. Would you stay out till sun starts coming up?
I think Gina's already proved that yes.
I mean, she was required to that night, so she's willing to do it, but it's not the default. Like, there are last calls at a lot of places, and like things die down.
Oh no, what am I on about? Gina's got that hotel now. So you were staying there, weren't you?
That's true. So we would come over breakfast this time.
Alright, yeah, fair enough. Anyone who's not awake gets woken up by Gina and whoever stayed at the hotel as well, if
And
anyone.
hopefully he could pick up some groceries like around
Yeah.
breakfast time.
Absolutely. You can, yeah. So, on the way back from the hotel, you managed to run through one of them markets and grab stuff. What you after? Everoth.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for in the market? It's got, like, there's lots of vegetables, fruits, fish, meat.
He'll get vegetables, meat, assorted. For carbs, rice, noodles, or whatever he can find, bread, or the stuffs. Not sure what they would sell.
All that stuff, yeah. All sorts of breads as well. There are bakers selling stuff. So,
Call that the last of the petty cash from the night before.
I'm just checking. Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to learn. I've not read Abstract Wealth enough.
We haven't really been using the rules yet.
No. Threshold values. What does it mean?
So if you look at that table on that one page,
Yeah.
1/10 you can just do for free.
Okay.
1/2 requires the easy check with smaller penalties, and up to the actual value requires a regular check.
Okay.
But most of the time you're picking things up, it's going to be trivial stuff, so you don't check at all.
Yeah, indeed, that is trivial stuff that you don't need to check for. You're not going to spend more than $40, I don't think, on groceries in this poor market. It's quite cheap. You get lots of tasty stuff.
Awesome. He'll try to wake up early in the morning to cook something. Since they got gravity and a stove.
Yeah, you and Gina woke up at the same time at the hotel. Did you get rooms for everyone who'd gone out, Gina?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so you, Alexi, and Gina wake up in your individual rooms at the hotel early, leave, they head to the apartment, you stop at a market. Everyone else is waking up now, and you can get to cooking something if you want as you walk in.
You can do the thing where you wake them up with bacon.
It's in this apartment,
Nice.
though. Everyone else gets woken up by the smell of bacon.
Morning, everyone. How'd you sleep?
Much better than The only other time I've ever slept.
Better than I can remember.
Yeah, gravity's nice. I think I missed it.
Feel like I didn't.
Yeah, you do feel a bit sore, probably. Alexi. Heavy. It'd have been harder to sleep if you weren't so drunk when you got in bed last night.
Hey, fair enough.
So I've been thinking a little bit more about this whole heist thing. And I'm not sure that the people actually have enough to make it worth stealing. Like, the only real, like, target people are the jurymen.
We
There's a
cased
lot of good artwork in the bank.
in a pallet of gold bars.
Wait, how? Like, everyone here is poor.
I mean, it used to be a corporate outpost. Like they had a mine and then the war, and
Are they, like, literally, like, sitting on the wealth out of principle?
as far as I can tell, it's
All right,
not.
I'm back in.
No, it seems more like what did they do with a bunch of gold until a trader comes along?
The pre-war art is probably Luke. Is the pre-war or pre-Earth art worth more than the gold
Um,
or Earther art?
yeah, probably.
The art is worth way more than the gold, and easier to transport, harder to sell though.
I'm not sure about easier to transport.
At least the paintings are. Bust them
Probably.
off those frames, put them in a tube, you're good.
Some of these paintings might like turn to dust if you try and roll them in a tube.
Yeah, they're not being conserved at all in there.
It belongs in a museum.
It would be a better place for it. These people care more about chore in the museums.
Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna miss the gold an awful lot either.
I mean, we'll definitely appreciate it more than them.
But I'm not beyond pulling one over on the juryman either. If we can,
Like, I feel like if we can take that thing and fuck off out of here, the juryman might just leave these people alone.
I mean, I don't want to screw over the jurymen if we actually have contacts with them, though. Like,
But you're
for
all right
all we
with
know, like, we might
screwing
be
over
relatives.
these people.
Because none of us recognize these people. Also, it's stealing the money they're unwilling to spend.
Unable at the moment.
also I don't think their currency is pegged to gold. Like this isn't a part of their economy. And also I don't care. It's a lot of gold. Like a lot of gold.
Yeah, but wouldn't a elder artifact be worth more gold?
I'm saying why not both?
Oh, I would not necessarily mind that. What are you thinking?
Well, we know what their plan is, so we have to, I think, capitalize on the turmoil from the attack while disrupting their plan long enough for us to be able to swoop in first.
Before we go a lot further, it sounds like not everybody here is on board.
We don't know who we are. All we know is that we were smuggling weapons. I think we should do some talking about who we want to be.
I don't
Well,
care who I
Go
was.
on.
I want to be rich.
She puts her finger to her nose and points at Volano.
I must admit, being rich for a while would make it a hell of a lot easier to figure out who we are.
I definitely want to know who we are, but I don't see any, like, if you've got a way to go after that, I'm all ears.
I think people completely misunderstood what was just said.
You mean like morally?
Yeah.
I think we had that discussion.
Yeah.
We all decided we weren't necessarily down to screw over the people who live here. And it
In fact,
sounds
the
like
best
I mean-
way to disrupt the jurymen is probably to arm the militia and maybe help them root out their informants.
That's certainly where I started this morning.
Parliament this morning, she says, putting some bacon in her mouth. Volano, want to come with? We can scope it out.
Yeah.
I've got a couple hours worth of work left on that shuttle.
Figure out how big this artifact is too. See if we can even fit it on the shuttle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The food is. Did I get a cooking roll?
Nope, let me give it to you. I'm taking my time. Not sure if I can get a bonus.
How much time are you taking?
Because we might leave.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Just give a straight up roll.
Okay.
Like, taking time means, like, you spend the entire day.
Oh,
You
Uh,
recall how it works, right? For every doubling of the time it would normally take, you get a +1. The way it's worked previously.
I would have needed 2 hours, so don't think that was going to be a good breakfast. Just a quickie one.
It's not a straight up cooking roll to make a nice breakfast. It's like a cooking +2 roll to make breakfast at least.
Yeah,
You make
cooking's
an
like
adequate
being a
meal.
gourmet chef.
Yeah, like what's the default of housekeeping to cooking?
Oh, housekeeping. That would
Housekeeping?
be IQ easy, and that would be a 10.
I don't
No,
need you to roll it, like, because cooking defaults to housekeeping. So for things like just cooking a meal for people, you roll at
Housekeeping
that.
-5.
Yeah, like,
So yeah, it's like cooking.
Like-
It's cooking +5 to make breakfast for everyone.
Like, when you would need to roll a cooking check is like if we were entering a baking competition or we were baking something for, like, the queen, and we needed, you know, to taste good to get into
Figure
a
out how to get the
castle.
arsenic in.
Yeah.
I also should have said, like, roll cooking +5 though. From now on, I'll do that.
Okay.
I really should mention the, like, modifiers more often because there's difficulty modifiers on everything. The way the rules describe it, you should get so many penalties and bonuses for lots of different stuff.
For everything, yeah. Anyhow,
Anyhow,
Yeah. Anyhow, I think checking out that place sounds good. I was going to check out that bank. I kind of want to find out where the rich people are. Anybody want to come with me?
Oh, we already checked out the bank yesterday. We got into the vault, or got outside the vault in the secure safety deposit box.
Oh, great.
She can draw a really loose blueprint on a piece of paper.
Can
That's
she?
pretty neat. But I'm actually, I didn't care about the building. I was there to check out the people.
Oh, the people?
Like, somebody here
You're
has
just
to
to
be
draw the
rich.
thing. She failed. That is an awful drawing. It is the worst drawing.
Let me double
Well,
check.
Gina says the exact same thing. Oh, that's neat. Very good. I'm actually more interested in the people. I figure there's got to be somebody rich here. Like, where did the money come from otherwise?
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Can I give you a role related to rich people?
Probably.
Is that enough to be able to say rich people live in nicer houses?
Yeah, they. I ain't seen the rich people. I don't know where they is.
What?
What? Huh?
Oh,
Rich people live in nice houses? You've not
what do
really
you
Right.
mean?
seen many nicer houses.
Oh, I thought I heard you say I rather than you.
Oh. I think I might have said
That
I.
was really confusing.
But
Yeah, it sounded like you were like having a person talk to us.
I think that's what
And
I
we
were
were
doing.
confused about who.
But yeah. Sorry.
Don't go to the bank. Go to the nice houses.
I haven't seen any nice houses. It might be a faux pas to display wealth.
You know, places like this sometimes don't even have rich people anymore. Everybody here has just kind of been abandoned to
But the
their own
bank is
devices.
full of money.
They don't use, and it's not money; it's bars of gold.
Confused.
Hui will type, maybe the bank has records?
And
Well-
how would you get those?
We can look while we're in there getting the gold.
See who
Well, I'm
belongs
going to
to
go to
as
the
you
bank
steal
and
it.
try to find. I'm going to go to the bank to try to find some rich people, and if I can't do that, I'm going to go find an accountant and ask them what's going on.
Cool.
Thumbs up.
In any case, I think at this point Alexi's gonna catch a cab and go finish the shuttle.
You can catch the
No,
morning
you don't.
bus.
We'll just drive back there.
Okay. Cool.
Alright, so Alexi and Tima to the shuttle. Correct?
Sounds right.
Villano and Silver to Parliament.
Yep.
Gina to the bank. That leaves Hui unattended.
I
What's he
don't
doing?
know where I would be best used. Sorry.
That's up to you.
It's not about that. It's where your character wants to go.
Yeah. What does
Um,
Hui want to do today?
he would like to continue helping Alexi.
Koi. So you head to the shuttle too.
Mhm.
Alright, let's look at the bank first. It's still relatively quiet, Gina. Definitely no one accessing safety deposit boxes that you see.
What kind of neighborhood is it in?
It is in the like town centre square, so it is opposite Parliament buildings.
Are there like cafes and restaurants and stuff like that in the area as well?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She'll get a coffee and basically start a stakeout.
Alright. Probably observation, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good success. So for a while, the people coming and going do not look particularly wealthy. But then you see a couple being driven up to the entrance in a car.
Mm-hmm.
A man in a very fancy suit and coat with a hat, and his wife, presumably, or maybe daughter, wearing a big heavy fur coat.
Do most people seem to have cars?
No, very few people have cars. There are several buses and a taxi service, but mostly people just walk because it's quite a small city, it seems.
Well, she definitely wants to follow that thing, so she's going to try to get a cab while they're in the bank. Because
All
that
right.
looks like a rich person.
Yeah, I don't think I need a roll to find a cab.
I just figure it might take a little bit of time, so grab it before they're already leaving.
Okay. hmm Yeah.
She does the classic. Please follow that car.
All right, I suppose. Yeah. And they head out of the city, kind of to the south, past farmland, and give me a vision check.
Sure thing. Failure.
Failure. It's quite scenic around here. All the mountains and hills, and you're gradually going uphill as you head south. And then you come to like a side road with a big wide gate that's open. And the driver stops away back from it, and he turns around and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, lass, that's private land they're going on to." And you can even see that car stops as it turns in, and the driver of that one is getting out and closing that big gate behind him. And there's like a fence that runs around, and it's
Yeah,
wooded in there. Like clearly they've got some kind of big house hidden behind trees.
yeah, you're right. Let's head back.
The driver's kind of like frowning at the cab, you see, as it turns around. Takes you back into
And
town.
and she'll try to chat the cabbie up on the way back. But like, do a lot of rich people or do a lot of people live out there? That kind of stuff.
Old homesteaders, they all moved out of the city a long time ago. Some of those families have had houses out in those places hundreds of years now, and
Oh,
they keep to themselves mostly. They have servants living in the houses with them.
I guess that explains why there aren't any high-end hotels.
No, not many people coming into town, and those houses are like hotels in themselves. I've heard so many rooms. My cousin once
Oh,
worked in one, you know.
so where do they go when they want to go on vacation then? Or like,
Uh, their life is a vacation. I think they go all over the place. Some of them have got like helicopters and flying machines in hangars on their land, I've heard. You see them flying
man,
around
that'd be
sometimes.
nice.
Yeah, just fly anywhere you want. Go somewhere warmer when it's cold like this.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Mind if I put the radio on, miss?
Yeah, go for it.
And he turns it on and it's some kind of human music.
Human music is
As
the
opposed
best.
to
Alien music. Or animal monkey music. Monk music. Which is, like the Beatles. Uncultured. People from Liverpool aren't human. At least not the Beatles. Fight me. It's not the Beatles, but it's kind of catchy. It's alright.
Mhm.
It's not terrible. There's a weather report.
Well,
There's a traffic report.
well, Gina will head back. And we'll eventually meet up with people later in the day, I'm sure.
Yeah, people who were going back to the shuttle. You get there, and there seems to be a truck outside your hangar bay, looking like one of them government vehicles. As you pull up, and press your keys to open the hangar bay door and drive in, someone steps out and kind of walks over to your car. Let's get to that map.
Is it someone who looks like a cop, or is it?
There is a militia person gets out of the car, but the person who walks over to you looks like they're wearing a suit and a heavy coat over that. They look like some kind of government official, maybe some kind of civil servant type.
Okay. Well, when he comes over, Alexi will crack a big smile at the window and wave and hello. How are you today? How can we help you?
Sirs, there's been a problem, and I have a warrant here. He pulls out some paperwork to conduct a detailed search with my crew of your ship.
What
What's
seems
the
to be the
problem?
problem?
There was a delivery of seeds picked up by the farming cooperative from here, day before yesterday, I think it was here, yes?
Yeah.
And the shipment was a little strange as they recovered it, and as a result, we're carrying out further checks.
Alexi
Strange.
will feign confusion. Yeah. Strange. Ooh, that was the wrong one. I only failed by 2.
Mental acrobatics.
He frowns and he's like, well, will you permit me to search this hangar bay, your shuttles, your vehicles, and your belongings, as I am permitted by the judge of the court of the city of the planet, decreed
Yes,
here.
yes, I would absolutely hate the idea that anybody is suspicious of us. Yes, please come in. Please come search.
Very good. And he'll bring out like a little team, 2 more people from the car. The militia guy watches over from the hangar bay entrance. Dun 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 dun.
I do have repairs that I need to be working on. Is it okay if I work on the patching a couple of holes here?
Go right ahead.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I believe, like, on the map it's right there, but the spider box has been hidden,
It is
correct?
super well. I think he made the roll by like 6 or something like that.
Yeah,
That sounds familiar.
yeah. I
They
feel like it's a
spend
really good compartment.
they spend like an hour in that shuttle. They spend an hour searching the whole hangar bay. They spend an hour in your craft, and they find nothing. So they do not even find that box.
Do they
Perfect.
say anything of the course of all that?
They would respond to questions. They don't actively go to make small talk with you.
Could Alexi engage the like big guy in small talk like as they're working and like he's just supervising?
Actually, yeah, he's more supervising. He would have questions for all here, I suppose, as well. So, like, what is your business on planet primarily was selling those seeds, yes?
I plus, find whatever work we could while we were here, but we heard seeds could be a lucrative opportunity for us.
Well, we hope you're satisfied with the payment you received. I have heard that the farmers were pleased with the seeds they got, although they had hoped for slightly more than was contained.
What do you mean? What was the problem?
Well, we suspect that the containers the seeds were shipped in were used to smuggle other items onto the planet, and that these were removed before the seeds were given to the farmers. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that now, would you, any of you?
Who would do such a thing? That is just malicious.
We are more middlemen. We picked up the seeds and they were already packaged.
I see. Does the name Tice Jury mean anything to any of you fellas?
Jury does. We were warned about the juryman when we arrived.
I'll let you carry off them actings that you've already done. He's like, oh wow, he's rolling shit. He's eating your words up. Shouldn't be saying that out loud. Aye, they're a threat for sure. Dangerous people. Very worried about them smuggling arms, weaponry into the country, into the planet in general. You're the first visitors we've had in a while. Honestly, the government is looking to trade. In fact, I am here with another message, which I know this is rather unsavory. I hadn't hoped to ask for it while we were conducting this search. But providing we don't find anything, illegal to evidence that you were directly involved in this, then
Well, we can just safely assume that you won't, because we don't have anything illegal.
He nods. He says, the commissioner asked me personally, and by commissioner he means, that's like the name. Oh god, I've probably used 50 different names for a president, council leader,
No worries.
big lady biscuit. She
Chancellor.
chancellor,
Boss mang.
boss mang, big boss mang. She wants you to
Patron.
send out this bulletin to all civilized trading worlds that you may visit, that we are looking to purchase and trade. And we have got infrastructure. I know that the weather was a bit dangerous, but we've got infrastructure for trade. We just don't see anyone. We have high quality food, fruits, vegetables, foodstuffs, meats that, as far as I'm aware, you can only get on this planet, she says. Additionally, she would
That roll was with some negatives to account for geographical distance. This is making me think of when the US showed up to Japan with a warship and they're like, wanna trade?
How did that go?
Japan stopped being really isolationist.
Huh?
Everyone got really rich, except for the people that didn't.
But that was not the greatest roll, so that won't pop into Timur's mind because it's like really far removed.
Yeah, that's like ancient 20th century history from practically the dawn of the Industrial Revolution.
18th century? 19th?
Soz.
$1800s.
They'll continue the search though. You'll be able to carry on repairing. They won't find anything. So you've definitely not met with any jurymen. You definitely don't plan on seeking to meet or fraternize with the jurymen.
Can't say I'd know if I'd encountered one.
He nods. Just be careful, all right?
Would there be any sort of compensation for spreading the news of your open markets?
I think the Chancellor would be willing to discuss that. She said that she'd like to meet with you, regardless of the outcome of our investigation.
Of course, had we been criminals, she would have wanted to meet with us.
She would have acted as judge, most likely.
But not jury.
Nor executioner. Though we
Well,
wouldn't
look,
have you executed in any instance.
We do have some work that we've got to get done, but we do have some of our crew still in town. So I'll give him a call and have him head over to the counselor to discuss some trade.
Perhaps we should all go.
She would like to meet all of you. I'd actually love to speak with your other crewmates as well. I believe they're, and he'll give the names. What name did you give for the girl to customs? Just Liv.
I think a name was given.
Did Silver hide during that?
No, I'm sure she got
No.
seen.
I think
She went by Silver.
Were you going by Silver?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I wasn't, but someone else gave me that name.
You've already given names over to customs though, and they've given you like documents as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I can go on much longer. I know it'll have been a shorter one. So let's boost to Parliament quickly.
Sure.
So you guys got there, Villano and Silver a while
And
ago.
we are aiming for start of the workday.
There's people coming and
Yeah,
going.
this was just there was going to be a violent case that got popped down in front of it, and while someone watched as our manager and took in all the people that are coming and going.
That's easy enough. They're not trying to infiltrate
Also,
her.
maybe,
Go ahead.
Oh, also maybe, starting conversation with someone or some stop and listen. Just getting it known that and to important people, there's an amazing girl that can play all the music, although that was a pretty shit role, but I still think I'd do it.
Yep. You do still do it with that. I meant to fill out some more of your skills on your sheet.
Oh, I haven't even touched my sheet.
But I will do it slowly. Because you know what your violin is by now. You've been playing it enough that you'd be like, oh, I fucked that up. But I didn't fuck that up. And it was slightly better.
I didn't.
I mean, also we're getting the word around that the people that are here from off-world are, willing to invest a bit of money, and I mean, if the rumor mill works the way I hoped from the statements I made at the bank, like they're gonna think that, oh, okay, well
Clearly rich.
yeah.
And now you've been seen, like with this girl playing the violin spectacularly, right outside Parliament, and yeah, people are going to be talking about you. In a couple of days, you'll be big news, I'm sure. And give me an observation as well. Why not?
Oops.
God's damn.
That's performance, but it's
That
still
is
a great
performance.
roll. Success by 10. It were a crit, right? Before.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
You track it great. Security is indeed terrible. This militia must be spread very thin. Like, definitely this planet couldn't survive any kind of invasion. If anyone else wanted this planet and were willing to use military force of any kind, it is theirs instantly. As far as you can tell. Like, people are going to die, and it's going to be horrible, but there's nothing stopping Tice from pretty much just driving an APC full of his guys in now, you think? From what you could see, he's got like maybe 50 men. You're not sure how many he's got in the militia. From the plans that he had, you could see that the militia is formed of a few thousand people altogether, but they spread out all over the planet, and they also act as the police. And it's not a very coherent system that they've got. Or cohesive
But with maybe
system.
some warning about an attack coming, they might be able to defend themselves.
Oh yeah, if they knew like it seems like they don't know what Tice has got or what he's planning, or how many people are in his base with him. But if they knew about him, then they could deal with it pretty quickly, probably.
But it would probably take every single one of their militiamen, especially if they're running low on ammunition.
Yeah, it
Yep.
would.
Which would be kind of the perfect distraction for any, like, maybe out robbing some houses or banks or something.
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, it'd take over a week probably to recall everyone that they'd want to recall to the city as well.
That's okay. His timetable was 3-ish weeks, right? So we still have some time to drop more specific plans.
Mm-hmm. He will get worried if you suspect that Tice will become suspicious if his plans leak.
But if we do it on the DL that people are moving back to town,
And he has apparently got informants and guys in the militia.
Yeah. Potentially quite a few, so we'd have to figure out how to root them out.
But like I said, I really can't go on much longer, unfortunately. Which I'm sorry
that's
about.
fine.
How will next Sunday be for people? I'm aware that it's Boxing Day, right? If that's the thing
What's
in the
that?
country you live in.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing
Um,
Day is
I'm
definitely
I'm
the thing
kidding.
here.
Yeah.
I also have a few days off that we can do, but we'll talk about this after the stream. But
I
yeah,
was just check. Okay.
Yep.
So we will be back soon. It feels like we've not done this in a while because it's been over a week, and I want to carry on, but I can't, and it's annoying.
It's understandable.
So Gina, you found out about the rich people there. It's after noticing swanky people coming and going. You got a crit on that observation. I need to tell you something for that. You see the Chancellor herself, and it looks like she was using public transport. She's got guys guarding her. You can see they're like the militia people, but they're dressed in plain clothes. But with that crit observation, you spot the air quote Secret Service that are walking with her. And she legit caught a bus to work today.
Okay. Weird.
She's still dressed quite well.
Okay.
And yeah, you were there.
does she stop and listen?
She does. She does. Like, in fact, you're the off-worlders. You're obviously the off-worlders. We'll end it right here, where she's like Villano. You're watching just from afar, and your radio goes off. It is probably either Tima or Alexi. They've fixed the ship, but police and Chancellor wants to talk to you.
Oh, well, perfect.
Would you call and tell him
Wait,
that? No response, but they've called and
I
told
think
you.
they said they did.
Yeah, they said they did, so that's right now when they call and tell you. Gina, you're just getting back out of your cab after tailing them people.
Nice.
You hear this on the public channel. And little girl, this lady who's flanked by two beefy guys with sunglasses, throws like a little note into your violin case and says like, "That's beautiful music. Are you one of the off-worlders?"
Yep,
I'd
I brought seeds.
Yes, you did. I heard about that. Love to have a chance to have a chat with you. And your friends, are they around?
She'll finish off the song and then go, yeah, sure, let's go. Grab her hand.
She like kind of looks around, like a bit concerned looking. You see Villano?
I'll still
just watch.
I'll go over.
Okay.
No, I'll go over.
She said, oh, you must be with this one?
Yeah, this is my niece Silver. Well, I guess I'm Villano now, so I'm Villano.
You're Villano now? Great to meet you. My name's Celia Tobbs. And there she is. And yeah. Thanks very much for watching. We are the Kobold Cafe. I'm Luke. I was the GM. We had Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I played Villano, who went by Rudy, because that's what he thought his name was.
Might still be. It's not. Spoiler alert. We had Terra.
Hey, I'm Tara. I played Silver, the one who gets brings the adorable to get into the places.
Adorable got you into places. We had James.
Hey, I'm James. I play Alexi, and Alexi mostly fixed a ship today.
Fully fixed the ships today.
Got some more information about the local politics.
Mm-hmm. Weather permitting, you could fly it back to space right now. We had Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I played Gina, and she got a pretty solid nap in today.
Good nap. The good nap. We had Everoth.
Hello, I was Sephiroth, and I helped around and had some drinks.
Yeah, you went and did the shopping and you cooked breakfast. People would be upset if that had not happened. And we had Jared.
Hey, I'm Jared. I played Timur. Found out a bit about Villano's history right away at the start. I was like, how'd you know this guy?
Yeah, that was smooth. I did enjoy that. We'll definitely be back on Sunday, I think it sounded like. And maybe another time as well, because yeah, I've got time off coming up as well. Thanks very much for watching, everybody, with a Kobold Cafe, at Kobold Cafe everywhere, thekoboldcafe.com. Bye. Bye-bye.
Good
Bye.
night.
Right.
Bye bye.